What's up, Ahala here? It's a nice day here in Indiana. It's actually like in 70 degrees right now, which is great since we've been dealing with cold weather, and the cold weather might come back. But I decided it'd be a good day to introduce the new toy to y'all. Y'all haven't had a chance to see it. I've had it for about a month now. I think today is the 30-day mark because the Kentucky plates are expired. Indiana gives you 45, Kentucky gives you 30. So let's take a look at the new toy. So yes, as you can see, it is a black on black Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. This one's a 2021, so it's not brand new. It's not the 2022. Biggest reason I didn't go for 2022 is no, the heated seats aren't there, the heated steering wheel is not there, and some other stuff that's not there due to chip shortage with retrofit. And it's still, they're saying it still could be like a year before the retrofits come in. So I decided to go ahead and go with 21 that has all the stuff. Even the refreshes that they promised was going to have all the stuff ready to go is going to be retrofit also. And I was really wanting a refresh, but I might wait till 2023 to get a refresh, or 2024, let them kind of work out the kinks and stuff. But yeah, so as you can see, it is a crew cab. The last truck was a double cab, so this one's a crew cab. A lot more room in the back. It's a Trail Boss, so it's set up with the 2-inch factory lift already on it. It's got 33-inch tires sitting on, where's the cheat sheet? Sitting on 18-inch rims. Short bed, but that's all right. I prefer the standard bed, but short bed be right. Because one thing, I wasn't sure how I felt about this when I first got it and when they first came out, the flex gates, but they're actually not that bad. So you press that button, it comes all the way down. As you can see, I've already been using the truck. I got stuff back here. But if you press the top button, you can pull down the top portion and you can just load some stuff in there or whatever, or you can, like, if you got stuff sticking out, this does not lock, just so people know. But you can press stuff up against this piece right here, just kind of help load it in. Go ahead and close that up. If you have your key fob, you press the tailgate button twice. You also got a button on the inside that will lower it down. And then if you want to lower down this, you have to actually come up underneath here. This is a downfall. You have to actually come up underneath here. Make sure you don't have a hitch in. We have to actually come up underneath here, hit that button. You don't have to actually get down and do it because you'll know where it's at. And then you can pull this down. You can put speakers here, which I've heard people doing. So you pop these out and you throw some like tailgating speakers here, but it's got the step so you can climb up in it. It's got the old man bar right here that you can use to help get up in the truck. It's got a 120 voltage 400 watt max plug right here, so you can do work and stuff like that, for basically for construction workers or just people working like in a yard or on property and it's not close to the house or a garage. Got that. You got your generic little cup holders here that just barely sits a drink aside. Thing I like the most, I would say, about the flex gate is when you drop it down like this and you're going to load stuff, it makes it a little bit easier because you can actually get up in there better, because if you look at it, you only have that much room compared to when you put it up. have to almost lift the whole tailgate up, which I'm not quite a fan of. Compared to when you lift it up, you got much more room. So it's just pulling things out. I would say it's better than loading, but pulling things out, being able to get closer. Then you can pull this up, and that way if you have items, you have like a mini tailgate right here to help hold it in. Like that, just pull that up. I mean, like, easy lift. Let's see, maybe not a pinky. Index finger? Yeah, my index finger is not that strong. 2 fingers. 2 fingers. There we go. So it's very light, very easy. So I did it with 2 fingers, very small fingers. But so that's the outside. You know, it's the 5.3. It's the black on black. They do have the red accents, which I'm thinking about changing because they just stick out a lot. I would wish they had a midnight edition or a triple black or whatever it's called. I have everything blacked out. Got the black badges front and back, but then they left the Z-71 red and chrome, as you can see here also, but I'm gonna plan on changing out. So that's the outside. It's pretty basic. It's pretty standard for, you know, the Chevy Silverado of this generation. They're all on the outside, they look the same for the 1500s. It's the 2500s enough that they changed the look of them a little bit. So you got your LED light here, you got your touch holes here. I will be changing out the turn signal lights, the fog lights, just the bulbs though. That's gonna be one of my first mods. And the reverse lights here, because they're all halogen and they're very weak, but like everything else is LED, halogen. Those up there I believe are LED. In the front, LED, halogen. Or it's the fog light LED. I can't remember exactly ones. Oh, it's also changing the license plate light, or the backup light. Yeah, license plate light, because those are halogen. I already got the bulbs ordered from last fit, and we'll get them soon. So now we're going to take a look on the inside, and I'm going to switch to the headgear. That way I can be hands-on. All right, so here we are. We're going to take a look on the inside. One thing I like about these newer trucks and newer vehicles in general is technology. Like, no key in my hand, door's locked. Key in my pocket, press the button to open the door. And I got it set to where it unlocks all doors. So just go ahead and open up the driver's side doors. And like I said, this is a crew cab. So as you can see, a lot more space back here for people, especially adults, to sit and be more comfortable. The legs are not as bunched up, or they don't feel like they have much room. Move these shirts out of the way that are meant for my brother. So each seat has, you know, back pockets, and then on the back seats they have like little storage areas, as you can see here, which is great. Extra little storage. You got the pull down for your drinks for your back seat passengers. They also have drink holders right here. If you lift both seats up, you got underneath storage down here, which is great. The seats don't fold down, which is fine. It's all good. Individual headrests for each seat, back sliding glass. They got the setup for your car seats and stuff like that. Well, the hooks and everything. This loop is, I'm guessing, for your seat belt to keep it in place. Look back here, we got the USB-C, USB-A. We got a cigarette lighter right there, or DC, as more technological people would enter it. Z-71 comes with off-roading floor mats front and back, which is nice. Got the little wood grain kind of look here. This one has a darker package, which is better than the really bright brown, which I wasn't a fan of. So we go into the driver's side. You know, just standard stuff. Get your door handles, which you lock and unlock. You got your windows, your window lock, mirrors, so on and so forth. You got 2 cup holders here, a little storage here. You got your automatic seat movers to move its 8 positions. Z-71 floor mats. It's kind of dirty, needs to be taken out, be cleaned. If you look down here, got a little storage area, which is great. And then we come here. This model did not have the wireless charger, which is okay. It's not a huge deal. You can always plug in a wireless charger, but if you're gonna plug one in, you might as well just plug your phone up in a sense. It got the section here for 2 phones, whatever down there. You got your USB-C, USB-A, you got your DC, and you got your 12 volt 120 right there, Just great, especially for people who work or on the go. They can hook up a laptop or whatever. Then inside the center console, this one doesn't have a tray, which is fine. I ordered one off Amazon for like, I think 15 bucks, which works out great instead of paying like $80 or whatever from GM. And inside they got a SD drive, so you can put like a standard disc memory card with music and stuff like that on it. You got USB-C in here, you got your USB-A, and you got auxiliary, which is rare because not very many phones still uses like auxiliary ports on them. But if you have an older phone or a basic phone, there you go, right there. You got your up storage there, you got your glove box, and the passenger seat's pretty much the same. The doors and everything's all the same. They got the little cubby hole on the side here. So sitting here, you got, you know, your visors, and surprisingly a lot of people didn't know that the visors extend. I thought everybody knew that, but I saw a lot of videos where people didn't. So for your towing, you got your automatic lights here and stuff like that. You can turn them on and off, running, so on and so forth. You got your auto drive system, so it will switch to 4-wheel drive when it feels like it needs it. You can switch it manually to 4 high, 4 low, 2 high. I stay in 2 high unless I need it for weather purposes, or if I decide to take it off road at any point in time, then I'll switch it to the 4-wheel drive needed. You're just going to get better gas mileage and everything with the 2-wheel drive. You got your tow, so if you're towing, you just turn it to the left, tow mode. And you got different drive modes here. You'll turn to the right. We'll get into that when I start the vehicle. So you got your parking brake down here if you ever need it. At nighttime, you can turn up the brightness and turn down the brightness of your instruments and your stereo. And you got your cab light for, not the cab light, the bed light for the back of the truck there. Here you got your simple buttons. You got your heated seats, both sides, dual climate control. You can drop your tailgate here. Downhill descent for like when you off-road and stuff like that. It's meant for slow speeds. It's not meant for normal driving, just to let people know who didn't know that already. Hazards, traction control off. If you hold it down for 10 to 15 seconds, it will turn off the stability control also. So you can do your burnouts, your donuts, your sideways driving, all that good stuff. Your drifting, whatever you want to call it. All your controls for your climates. Then that. So we'll go ahead and give it a start, because you got your stuff up here on too. The heated steering wheel, cruise control, voice command, your menu buttons. You got the triggers on the back for volume on your right hand side and skip and tracks on the left. So let's go ahead and give it a start. If you hear that, that is the basic exhaust, the dual exhaust that comes standard and factory on the truck. I already have plans for updating that. But my first modification, like I said, is going to be the lights and throwing in, even though it's so simple, just throwing in the center console tray thing in here. So now we got the truck started. Like I was saying, if you're towing, you turn that and then you can see the trailer right down there. Then you just turn it again to turn it off. Then as you can see, I'm a 2-wheel drive, so I can drop into 4 low. But it wants me to shift into neutral for that. I'm not going to do that. But for high, you can do it on the fly. You don't have to be in neutral or anything like that. But I'm gonna put back in 2 because that's the way I drive it. All right, parking brake is set. Dismiss that message. Okay, now it's in 2-wheel drive. Step on brake to release parking brake. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the modes. Yep, parking brake release, there we go. So if you see, you got normal drive mode, you got sport mode, and you got off-road mode. You just switch it to what you need. It changes the little picture for you. Oh, turn trailer off. I wish it was a little bit better on this, especially like a select button. It's like bam, select. Click that, or you can click the button here that selects it. The older trucks had the touring mode up here. You don't have that on the new one, but if you decide to, you can shift here if you want to. If you have it in low, get your shift points right here. Like I said, dual control. Right now it's not synced. You just hit sync. If you want to unsync it, you just rotate that one. It's got wireless Android, so as you can tell, my phone is not plugged up into anything. Make sure the volume's down for, there we go. So you got your Google Maps. It's the same thing with Apple CarPlay if you got Apple CarPlay. Now you got your Pandora right there. You hit home. This is your home screen, got auto settings. It's pretty basic. One thing I like about this truck, in the older ones, if you want to see behind you, you would have to like put it in reverse. So like, see reverse, you get the camera. And if you have your trailer hitch line, bam, like that. Well, with this one, you could be driving and you can just turn your rear camera on, which is nice. It lasts like 5 seconds, I think, but just kind of see what's behind you, especially if you have somebody that seems to be following too close, or you can just double check if you feel uncomfortable, or you can just see what's behind you because it's kind of cool. So we're gonna go back home, because when you're actually driving, it will count down and turn off. It comes with the Wi-Fi hotspots if you decide to purchase it. You know, you got your manual climate controls. If you want to, you can have the digital ones, have it all right here. I'm old school. I like it down here because I don't have to go to another screen and deal with it. But you see, it's also a hot button down here. You got your navigation, you got your phone, you got your music. I don't really worry about any of that stuff. I'm usually connected to the Android Auto at all times. OnStar services, Amazon Alexa in it, so you can ask Alexa to do things for you, so on and so forth. I do have that app, the My Chevrolet app, so I can start, unlock, so on and so forth. There's your Apple CarPlay, Marketplace, where you can download more apps, Spotify. So the basic stuff right there. Then on this model, you have the sunroof, and then you just open it with buttons. One push, slide open. And then one push, slide close. You can leave this open or you can close it. A lot of people's like, oh, I don't like the sunroof, and they were hesitant buying trucks that came with it already on there, like when they go to the dealership. It's like, oh, I don't want a sunroof. Well, guess what? You don't want the sunroof? Slide that close. Plain and simple. But also you got the back glass. This one you have to actually hold. There you go. Open and close. But yeah, I mean, it's a standard truck. You got a little bit of storage up here and everything. You got your oh my god handles, or whatever you want to call it. There's different names for it, but for purposes of YouTube, we're just going to call it the oh my god handles. Use it for getting up and down on it, everything. Drives great. It's a 5.3 liter, so that's 485 horsepower. It does come with a factory 2-inch lift, so it is, you actually have to step up to get up in it, but I already got my step rails that I'm going to put on it, purchased for this. That way just kind of, you don't have to step as high. But let's kind of just check out underneath. So yeah, the truck locks for you already. So you got your 5.3 liter engine right here. It's the gas. I wanted 3.0. That's going to be my next purchase, the 3.8 diesel. They do great gas and torque. You got your air filter here, which I might change out and upgrade. You know, you got your oil dipstick, oil reservoir. You got your dipstick there, which is great because a lot of vehicles don't have that anymore. You got your battery box right here, so you can hook up your, if you need to jump anybody or anything like that, bam, right there. Fuse box. Don't pressure wash this, is what it says right there. But yeah, it's pretty basic, standard. I've seen people where they change this out to help get air into the engine bay, but the problem with that is, I don't know if we can see it in here, but they have automatic blades that will change and stuff like that to help airflow and everything. So some people who had that had to modify their piece to the piece, because the fans were like kind of hidden and you can hear like a clicking noise, and they thought something was clearly wrong. But it's just because the piece that they put in here for the different flow was hitting those fan blades, the radiator blades, or what do you want to call it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Basic truck, new truck for the channel. I'll be doing a few upgrades to it. I don't know how much upgrades I'm going to be doing to it, because honestly I don't know how long I'm going to be keeping it. I am definitely interested in the refresh models that have the upgrade and updated dash and stereo, full screen, because if we get back in here, one of the biggest complaints about, you know, GMs is this right here. This little bitty screen. They still have the analog control, analog gauges and stuff up here, and a little bitty was that 3-inch, 4-inch screen. Where like Ford and Dodge and everything, they pretty much have like all of this being digital, and it changes the looks, it changes the arrangement of the gauges depending on what driving mode you're in, and so on and so forth. The Corvette, they have a full digital dash, which looks great and amazing, and it also changes depending on what driving mode you're in. And so this is going to be completely digital on the new ones, as some of y'all have probably already seen. And then they revamped the infotainment center too, to where it's like this whole thing. I think they run together, or they make it look like they run together. I don't know. I've only seen like a few pictures of it and video of it when I did the ZR2 release video, but it looks great. Looks so much better than this. This is not an issue, but this one I really wish, like, I really want the updated version. I really want something better. Some people have taken them out and put in aftermarket ones. That's fine, that's great, all in dandy. I don't want to do too much to the truck. But yeah, leather package, black on black on black, triple black. Got the black rims, got the black outside paint, got the black on the interior. Leather, I went with the captain seats instead of the bench, just because I never really used the bench portion of the seat for the most part, and I just think this looks much cleaner, and honestly it feels more comfortable than the bench. And the 18 I had, I don't know, maybe it's just the seats were different, but this just feels more comfortable, feels a little bit more driver oriented for me, and somebody who likes to drive, that's what I want. So I highly suggest this truck. It's not super expensive. Like, you can get the High Country, which is what I really would like, but I didn't have the $20,000 extra just to throw into a High Country, so I stuck with the Trail Boss. It's just below LTZ, with the High Country being higher than that, but it's not your regular LT. It's definitely not your custom. This is a Trail Boss LT. It's not the cheap custom. You can usually tell by the dash and stuff like that if it's a custom or not. But yeah, I highly suggest the Trail Boss. It's a great low-end, price-wise truck, and you get comforts of a lot of the features and stuff like that. Like I said, I got the convenience package, I got the sunroof, so I highly suggest it. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and see what we do with this truck from here on out. Got a couple ideas, a couple things gonna do. Like I said, we're gonna put a oil trainer that's quick and simple. Gonna update some of the lights on the vehicle, and we're gonna put some step rails on it just so it's easier to get in and get out. Don't plan on doing too much to this vehicle, because like I said, don't know how long I'm keeping it, and if and when I'm going to trade it for a newer model. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and feel free to drop that comment. All those things are free.